Hi everyone. I want to say thank you for your support yesterday and tell you that I get some questions and I will try to answer them. Uh, one day, the question I going to talk today, um, it was about working with naturals and if I meet some kind of challenge working with them. And I have some ideas of the some points that I really want to talk with you. And the one is has been learning the materials to understand them, see the difference between a good quality material and no good, so good quality. And it has been a long process, and I still learning. I want you to understand that I really not uh, how do you say in English? I'm not ready yet, or it's like you never get ready when it's about talking about perfumery. I have been testing and trying like 6 years, and I still is like I don't know nothing. But the little bit that I have been trying, I have been testing. So I can see now some difference between different kind of materials, and this has been a challenge to understand the materials, to learn every material and the nuances in every material. Uh, Another challenge has been to find the documents to the materials, because when you start thinking or working to launch a product, then you need to have the documents for every single essential oil, because you need in those papers you need to have the information about the process they make this kind of extraction, but also all the list of the allergens, um, because you need to report if there is any dangerous materials or to follow all the regulations in the EU Commission. So this has been a big problem for me, because many of the many of the providers or the suppliers, um, they are small companies, so they don't have enough money to pay for this kind of controlling and testing and documentation. So that's why it has been a challenge, because some of the materials that I have been working in the beginning, it was so good quality, but they don't have the paper, so they don't have, um, they stop producing these kind of materials, and for me it has been a challenge. For example, I have been working with a product, I call it 7 nuances, and it is one I was using a Boronia Absolute from Australia, and then this producer stopped producing this kind of flower or this kind of product. So I bought a big batch of this essential oil, this Absolute Boronia, but it wasn't enough for a big batch. So I was there standing with some milliliters of the Boronia, but knowing that they will not produce anymore this material. So in one way, that's what good, because it make me think, it make me to be more creative, and in that way I start making my first interpretation of a flower using different kinds of materials. And it's not like when you're working with synthetics, not because I have any experience, but I follow many perfumers and I know a little bit how they work making this kind of molecules to make, for example, a jasmine or Boronia in this case. And I don't have all the molecules to make the Boronia, so that's why I make my own interpretation of Boronia. and also taking my own signature on it. And maybe you see in some of my pictures that I shared before that I was very proud about this Boronia, that I am using both in these seven nuances, but also in royal blue. But but one challenge here is that in this Boronia, I have to laugh because in this Boronia I was using a product that it calls Genet Absolute, and it shows that this producer they don't have anymore, and it's like what? And they tell me that they can produce more Genet Absolute, but not in that kind of quality, and it's kind of a challenge. Um, but now it seems that maybe they are going to produce in this kind of quality. So I'm waiting for that. Anyway, this Genet is not a problem for the Royal Blue because I have already all the materials for Royal Blue that I'm going to launch the next year. But talking about the Boronia, it was a good experience exploring and testing. But the big challenge, I think, is to find a good supplier and to find um, not only good supplier, but to find a supplier with the documents. Well, I have been talking. I don't have any program to how do you call it, to make editions and editing the videos. So I will send this video as it is. Uh, have you any questions about naturals or any questions? So tell me so I can continue both sharing with you and of course training to be better talking to you and sharing my experience and my thoughts about the ethicals about naturals and other stuff. And yeah, I'm going to continue drinking my coffee. So have a nice day and see you later.